Hello, good morning, everyone. Okay, so today we're going to talk about stock managing and I'll start automating. Okay, so let's explore and see what we can learn together. Let me just intro a bit about myself. Okay, my name is Carmen. Carmen Chia. I'm actually from KK, from Sabah. I have been myself have been doing as a software developers for the past 25 years. Mainly doing ERP implementation. And right now, with all the accumulated experiences, I hope that whatever that I have involved in software developments as well as my ERP implementation for various industries, managing many different projects. These experiences can actually help you all, and share with some of the ideas of how we can actually use AI. And at the moment, I'm actually focusing on helping SME leveraging AI and digitalization, basically to help SME or maybe any startups or entrepreneurs to focus on gaining clarity through some sort of control with a decision making. So clarity, control, and decision is some of the things that I wish that if some things that can actually get you guys to take away today, it will be these three things. First is you are able to see things more clearly. You are able to gain some sort of control. You are able to make some decision. At the same time, I'm also involved in an E3 tech startup and digitalization. Currently I'm the president. I'm not sure whether you guys know E3, and I'm also a co-founder of a digital AI business club, with another partners, right? And mainly, one of my tools is actually, I'm actually implementing using Odoo, but moving with the AI era, I'm also thinking, I say everyone is using any tools. So some of you maybe today you're using, I don't use Odoo. Yeah, you may use Trello, you may use some sort of others, any way, of doing of your project management tools. Maybe some of you can actually share, what are some of the project management tools that you guys are currently using. Maybe, you can type it in the WhatsApp, in the message, then I can actually take a look at it, and see, right, whether, I can actually talk something related to that as well. And also, today we are focusing on mainly on the tool that is the NNN automation tools. This is actually an open source system. You are able to see that they are, why I choose this because maybe, you guys are using all sort of tools. So this NN is able to have all kind of, you can help you to design all kind of workflow, connecting different kind of, let's say, be it your calendar, all sorts of calendar. I'm not talking about Google Calendar. I'm talking about many different kind. You can talk about all the different tools, talk about connecting with Drive, your Google Drive, your Microsoft 360s, all kind. So this is end-to-end. You can actually go and explore it, sign up, and a 14 days trial. You can try it out. One of the things that are different from the paid version and the open source version is that you don't have the AI generator for and it means that if you are able to use their cloud, you paid for them, you are able to just key in, and then you are able to just generate it using like just your chat conversation and generate the whole complete workflow, right? So we will not go into that as well, but I will only just show you what this NIN can do for our project management related automation today. Okay, so move on. Okay, when we talk about project management, right? When we talk about project management, if you guys are handling project management right now, what comes to your mind? If let's say you're handling a project team, you are handling, maybe you are starting a project, a new project, right? I'm talking about project. In fact, I'm talking about software project, but you also can talk about a contract, contractor. Let's say you're managing a contractor, like let's say, I have also worked with a solar panel company before, so they are managing site, right? Project, for let's say commercial or residential, maybe they have to, just tracking their project with multiple their vendors, their team, right? So you're talking about that, what comes to you, when you come to project management? It's basically, yes, CSAT, timeline and resources. That's true, right? So that's what we have there. But then the next thing that comes, if we have been doing this for a long time, then we all know, wow, very difficult to track, difficult to monitor, difficult to generate the task. This difficult when there is some of the team, or maybe our team, or maybe vendor, or maybe there are things that happen in our project, within the project, we are unable to keep up with it. We take a lot of effort for us to update the schedule, then update the Gantt chart, then have to communicate with clients, all those things, and it's very difficult for us, and we all feel the pain, basically. And I believe that is the reason why you guys are here, and you have no visibility. You are you do not see anything clearer than the best that you have probably is your Gantt chart, and you're trying your best, been burning your midnight oil, you're trying to just update, but you are just still unable to catch up, then things pop out here everywhere, then WhatsApp messages like and all those things. Now, how can we actually get AI to help us from this to basically becoming something like, oh, I can really feel happy and relax and drink a cup of coffee while we are looking at the chart, and just click a few click, and then we are able to get this thing done. Now, would you think that AI can be able to get us to do? Now, of course, you may be thinking and say, okay, then I'm using some other tools, or I'm using maybe some unheard tools. Maybe some of us using Asana, some are using Trello, some are using different ways, and you are using, maybe some are using Excel file also have. But today we're going to talk about something very simple. We're talking from Excel file, talking from Google spreadsheet that actually everyone can relate to it. Okay, so how can we, move from a chaotic, a really messy kind of a project management, and there is a way AI can actually help us to move into something that is organized, fast, and at least, for us, we can see clearly. If we can see clearly, we have clarity, means that we are able to do control. We can control on different tasks, assignment, and in fact, allocating our resources, right? So that's something. So our problem is that we are focusing on all this problem. We are trapped into the admin trap lah. We are project manager, but we feel like we are so tiring. We feel like we are only doing all the admin work. Now you are a project manager, and at the end you only focus on that. And in fact, I mean, I don't have the statistic. Don't ask me and say, oh, how, you really calculate it. But I know for myself, for like, past, all the years, 20 30 years of doing projects, I know I really spend a lot of times to keep up with my project schedule. Do you guys agree with me? It's like, I feel that a lot of time, 40% of my time, I'm not sure, but I think a lot of times, I never really track. If I were to track right now, I believe that, it take up all my time. Then the rest, maybe you say, oh, I'm still doing it. but you are actually doing extra time to make up for the rest of your work, your actual work. Like you are managing people, you are giving direction, you are telling the task what to do, you are deciding what are the decision, you know, for a particular issue, you know, all those things, you know, you take extra time, you take your OT, that everyone are so burnt out, you know, so 40% of time is the pain of it, right? So now, you know, the problem is that, you know, when we're coming right now, let's move into AI. Now, when we come to AI, you know, AI, everyone is thinking that is AI chatbot, you know, is it? Oh, so AI has to be something like my ChatGPT, like my, you know, Google Gemini, you know, that I can actually chat with it. Now, is that true? You know, and then some of us, you know, maybe we use AI to produce some sort of reports or to draft some email, you know, or draft some email to reports to our supervisor, to clients. But beside that, you know, are we able to get AI to do more? Now that's the things that we have to think, because when you think, because some of you're already doing some sort of automation, but you have to think, oh, okay, now, you know, what else, you know, can I actually use AI to automate it, because the AI can perform and do a lot more tasks than this. So it is not just your chatbot, but it is actually a virtual project coordinator. It can actually help you to run things. Anyway, so we can actually make AI to be our project manager. Oh, and today we're going to talk about NNN, the automation. The next level is actually talking about why I want to mention cloud is because cloud will be focusing on totally using, you know, you are able to, if you are able to write SOP, standard operating procedures, you are able to make the AI to work for you. Like you are seriously getting an assistant, you just send him, you know, some task assignment. This assistant will be able to work for you. Right now, I'm already starting to do it, right? Like for example, at 5 p.m., I will go for my cycling, right? So before I go to my cycling, I will put up my clock, you know, is some sort of a terminal. I will just type it in, or my prompt, or whatever that I want that AI agent to do for me. Then I'll go out, right? I'll go out, you know, and I will do my cycling, and that fellow will do his jobs. So that is what we need to think of, you know, if let's say we're going to slowly move from whatever that right now we are doing, move into a project, a much more, you know, advanced, you know, AI driven project management. So this is the thing, you know, the open source automation stack. You know, we're gonna use a few of this. First of all, we're gonna use Google Sheets. The reason that I choose this is because it's the most simplest and most relatable, that you guys can actually go away and you can actually implement yourself. Now there will be a template, you know, that required by the NAN workflow. You know, we call it middleware connector, right? Then we have to within the NNN, we will need to connect it to some sort of the brand, you know, the large language model, you know, like ChatGPT or Claude. You know, I'll be using Claude, right? And then it will update, you know, back, you know. But of course, if we run it properly, if we have systems, we should, you know, be able to configure and make it update back to whatever, you know, system, the project management system that we are using, as long as that particular system, it has an API, right? It has an API. Okay. So now what I'll do is actually the whole project management, I actually design using Google Spreadsheet. So when I finish up everything, it will update it back to my Google Spreadsheets. Okay. The idea is basically if we are able to just get some sort of a project, right? A project descriptions. It will be able to generate into a dashboard of a Gantt chart at the end, right? So that is the goal of it. So what we're going to do is we are going to see how are we how are we going to do the whole and then we're going to show you the demo, explain about the build, then we're going to talk a little bit about what are we looking forward for the AI driven project management if let's say we really have the full implementation. Okay, let me just this is all the okay, let me explain through this. Okay, this is my project template. So I have already set up some sample data. So you can see that this is actually a project template with I have two projects here, project 001 and project 02. Right, then each of them are basically having a different tasks, right? And here we have already filled in. Now there is also another tab is a team profile. So team profile means that all the teammate, right, that involved in a project or whoever that are there, so we have list them down, or whatever things that they do, right? And then we have also another audit log. Audit log means that whatever that we run, we workflow in end looks something like this. Okay, I will explain later on. You know, so every run, we will need to do an updates, right? That or it has already do some progress. They update all the rest of the data here. Okay, so at the end from this project, like for example, let's say project 0001, I will be able to produce another reports. Right now, let's say we are keep updating, maybe we allowing, or maybe let's say our, task owner to come in to the task here, look for their own task and then they up. This one, let's say is done by TM001, who is Lim, right? Lim, he did some updates, right? Then he update here, he maybe change the status. When you change the status, then at the end of it, a project manager comes in, right, and want to just do a maybe a reports to clients. Then you need a Gantt chart reports is the easiest. So you need to produce that. So now later on we can get the AI to produce that for us. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to just explain a little bit about my flow here. I have basically two flow. I have this flow, which is the flow that is the main call it project orchestrator agent. Basically, this is an AI agent where I have connected it with the entropic model, which is what I told you guys about. Is a clock. I'm using Clock Sonic 4.5. I've connected it with my, with my credential. So this flow basically what it does is actually from a form submission. This is a form that I can easily design using the NNN. So basically, this form is when I execute it. Like for example, this one, if I execute it, it will pop out a form for me to fill in. Imagine that you allow your staff to actually key in the project, the required project ID. So it will go and fetch the project, right? And then at the same time, it will fetch all the team member, and then it will merge the data and send all this data into the project orchestrator. So this project orchestrator, what it does is actually it can do a lot of things, right? If let's say we look at it, it actually can do like you are a project delivery orchestrator that coordinates, different things, different tasks, to mainly managing the project delivery. So like for example, in a task, you can this AI agent is able to call a tools called task breakdown. So it actually will break down, let's say, your task into an actionable task. And then it also be able to estimate, the effort, right? How many effort that need for each task, right? Because it's an AI agent able to give you the type of, but of course, at the end, we don't trust whatever it gives to us lah. As a manager or as someone that like for example, a task performed by a developers or by a contractors, you kind of know, okay, what is the reasonable estimated time to deliver, or maybe as a certain task of let's say fixing a wire. Let's say fixing a wire, it cannot take you for one day to just fix one wire. Is not reasonable, not reasonable, right? So something like that. So as a project manager or as a supervisor, you are able to kind of like know whether the the expectation to fill in, by the AI. The AI will suggest you. So it will help you to fill in all this. You are able to see, but of course you can also pre-train the AI agent and teach the AI agent that, what tasks require how long or how much time it requires. Now you can fill all these things into the AI agent, and in fact you can even expand your knowledge, if let's say even more, by extending. If you can see here, there is a memory here. If you can see here, this memory, if let's say I click it, you see, I click it, it come out. Now these are actually what is it? This is actually your database, right? You can actually save your knowledge base. Like for example, fixing this one particular task need how long, task one need how long, task two need 1 hour, task three need 3 days, whatever, all those are knowledge base that you can keep. But to keep our presentation simple, we are not going to do, talk about that lah. So let's go back to this. So now you are able to just have the effort, then you say, okay, estimate the effort for me based on whatever that AI, you tell me, right? So the AI will tell us back, then then also the AI agent will based on, you see, task assignment, help me to allocate, right? And help me to also see that whether, I mean, if let's say you want to go further, is my staff or is my team free or not? So you have to check, right? So all those things. Now, if let's say we all have our own AI agent, whatever works, that if let's say we are able to just keep it updates, you can just tell the system, and AI will talk to my AI will talk to your AI and ask you whether you're free or not. I mean, your AI will check your calendar, and your calendar will just come back to me, say, no, today packed already, sorry. So things like that, you can actually design. It's all possible already right now. So now, but here for the task assignment here, we are allocating the employee or the teammate based on their skill assigned to the task. right? Then so this can also be one of the skill or one of the tools that AI can do, right? So other than that, then progress monitoring, tell me, like you're asking the AI, say AI, tell me what is my progress is like, or maybe delay detection, if let's say there are so many people are doing different updates, so some of them, are responsible by different supplier, different contractors, different teammate, or different person in charge, and all of them are using this so-called um, project management tracking tool. They already update. But then the changes are too fast. As a project manager or as someone who is responsible to monitor the progress, then when someone asks you, you also really, really hard, for you, unless you really keep an eye on it, you're really working very hard to keep updating. So these are the things that the AI can actually help you. Instead, you just, hey, let me know if let's say there is an early detection, like for example, this task delay 1 day already. Oh, so how do you want that to escalate? But of course you can further keep drilling down, and keep expanding your AI, function, AI capabilities, knowledge, or train them. But this is what we can do, and then return a comprehensive project plan, your tasks and all those things, coordinate these two in sequence and combine their outputs into a structured project delivery plan. So this AI agent will work with, right, these different tools, like for example, this one, task breakdown, estimated effort estimation, or task assignment, just I mentioned. So now the tools here, it break down. So it go into, because right now this is high level, right? This is high level. Let me show you. For example, task breakdown agent 2 is a high level. It doesn't tell the AI agent what they need to do in detail. So you can actually do it by using the project. This is actually the agent. That when you drag this thing out, it looks like something like this. It's something like this. Okay. So means that here you will need to connect it with just now when I mentioned about the brand here. This is the one, right? So then here it just I mentioned that if you want to expand it, to more knowledge, you can make it like, for example, a RAG, RAG, RAG. So RAG is actually a knowledge base, is a retrieval augmented, a generative. Basically is you get your company, like for example, let's say your company has some sort of services or a product. Let's it's easier to talk about product. You put all your products into a database, and then you store it into some sort of database. We call it vector DB. And vector DB basically is a database that it actually keep all your knowledge into the whole thing, into the database, index it. Then later on the AI is able to find that information quickly. So usually we will use it, if let's say we have lots of database, but let's say you just want it to be a conversational. A conversational means that you just simply put the AI, this one, put here, simple memory will do. This one is actually click, it say I can actually click the chat model. The chat model means that you can actually have all sorts of it. Azure, Anthropic. Azure is the open AI. then you can have if you want to use DeepSeek, you want to use Gemini, Gemini 3.0, 3.5. You want to use all sorts, including Olama, the open source one, the free open source one. If you have a very powerful machine, you can actually use that. Any one of you heard of Open Router? Open Router is a very useful chat model. Because like for example, let's say let's just say that you want to use all these above, right? Like you want to use a DeepSeek, Gemini, Grok, Mistral is the France uh, uh, and all this, different kind of model, including even OpenAI, the ChatGPT, right? So here, if you are using, just I mentioned about open router here means that you are able to just have one in just one or just one interface, you are able to have all the models. You can see that all the model is all here. So if I show you mine, you can see that there are different kind of models that you have. Like for example, yeah. Now all these are all available for you to use it in just one interface. Means that you are paying just one price. Some of them you have to pay extra because of them. But but open router will basically means that they buy a token from, let's say, Google, from, let's say, Microsoft, OpenAI, then they can actually use their AI or model in a much more cheaper rate, and you are able to just use that. And open router are pretty popular, just for your information. But anyway, uh, this is open router, but I'm just saying that, okay, what if I don't add this, what will happen? Now, if you connect it with some sort of, let's say, a chat trigger. Okay, if let's say we connect to a chat trigger, the chat trigger will means that we if we if we are not connecting with the simple memory here, whenever that we talk to whenever that we send a message, to be processed by the AI agent, right? The AI agent, if we don't connect it, right, it will forget the previous one, right? It will forget whatever that you said to them. Now, if let's say we connect it with the memory, simple memory, you were able to see, okay, context window length 5 means that you will be able to remember the previous 5 conversation, something like that. So of course, you can connect it with a much more powerful, like let's say a database, like let's say Postgres, or that one you can actually have a lot more, kind of memories. Right? And tools here, it's the mention just now I mentioned about all these are tools. Like for example, task breakdown tools, and they are the detailed level of whatever that the parent, right? The project orchestrator parents here, these are agent. These are, you can kind of like look at, the agent skills or the agents, tools, that toolbox, so they have open up their toolbox. Or I have this spanner, this screwdriver, this driller, whatever, so these are all, you can imagine that tools are something like that, right? So okay, let me just clear all of this first. Okay, so now let's go back to our flow here. Okay, so here we have the high level, right? Then I just show you a bit, then we can start to run this flow and take a look at it, how it actually goes. Now I drill down to task breakdown agent tools, and I show you this is actually so right now you zoom in and focus on, let's say for example, you open up your agent, your workers, your AI support or your AI assistant. You ask him, say, hey, go and help me to do task breakdown. So this agent said, okay, you want me to do task breakdown? I open up my toolbox. I look at it. Oh, I found this spanner. This spanner is task breakdown specialist. Okay, so when you're here, then you say, okay, it will define some actionable tasks. All this is free stuff, but I will give you this template. You can start modifying it. It will not be very far from whatever that you guys are doing. If let's say you're doing project management, you can modify that easily. Then for each task, identify all these things, task name, dependency on other tasks, estimate, the complexity, low, medium, high, requires skill, milestone, associate, whatever. So then I return all these things. It means that return a structured list of tasks with all detail. It will return it back from this one back to the project orchestrator, and it will go and keep going, to do the rest, right? And until it come out, with the outputs from here into ready to output here, right? So it will go through task breakdown. I will not go into the estimate effort, but it's more or less the same with a different tasks or activities. Task assignment, of course, here it will involve in depend. It will depend on teammates, as I mentioned, right? And it will check the task itself and consider what kind of skill it makes, and then it will return back, right? Then so these are all the tasks, and then at the end, it will perform a progress this few things, detect whether progress monitoring tools. So because once it come back with all this task breakdown, effort, estimation, and also task assignment, right? It will be able to just do, like, let's say, detection tools. It will check, with some sort of formulas. Now, maybe you say, come on, say this one JavaScript, I cannot, I don't know what to do. So how? I don't know what to do. If let's say I'm not a programmer, then habis already, I cannot do it. So how? Let me share with you. You go to your ChatGPT, you go and look for, but I will propose that you use paid version. It's a lot more powerful. That one is actually a lot more. We can actually talk about the integration part, the custom gem, right? All this thing. Or in fact, I have linked up my own ERP, right, with my own ChatGPT, so I'm able to, like for example, inquiry of my data. Now this is my ERP. Let's say I want to inquire some sort of of a CRM, data. I'm able to connect it with end at end, right? Then provide the connection to ChatGPT, right? So this is some of the things that we can do, but this is our scopes. So I want to mention just now, how can we do the do the end, let's say scripts, right? So here we go. Let's say we search for no not this, the GPT explore. You go to your GPTs, the GPTs. Then go to your Explore GPTs, right? Then look for N, right? Then search for it. Okay, so search for it and usually select the one that has the most people lah. So this one 700,000 marks. So must be good lah. So I'm already using it anyway. So start chart, right? So then you are able to just say that now you just tell your problem, right now I just test it. I said that can you uh write JavaScript code in the code node. Code node is one of the node in NNN. I'm just asking a simple question, right? So you basically say, of course, right? So you just need to just let them know, right? Then it actually to produce, all this for you. So then copy and paste, or then let's say error again, then screenshot it, or screenshot it. It's the same, guys. You can do it. I wouldn't say that without experience, you can do it short time, but you have to accumulate some experiences. But for us, we will, we like there are some of my clients, they 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 learn how to do it, but of course sometimes they have some problem. They adopt the logics, because really it needs some sort of a logics. And we can actually help, but you definitely need some sort of a there are thousands of notes here, thousands of notes. All kind of notes is here. And I want to say it again, it's free, right? You can actually download it locally, and it's free. So you can run it locally, connect it with your own Google Calendar, your Google email, your Google spreadsheets, right? Then you are able to do some sort of an AI communication and through that by creating your own AI assistants through this and again. Okay, so now I have already explained this part. Then I will have so at the end of it, it will produce out, and then send, and then at the end it will log, if let's say after the running of the whole process, it will go, and then report it to the audit, and now it's saying that okay, there will be a line of here. Then next one, that I will show you, is this one. Is check this one. Okay, this one, what it does is actually it will take some of the parameter, like what is the product, what is the project ID, what are some of the information that you want to make as an input. Then it will go to your spreadsheets, go to your Google Sheets, this one, and to look for the related project records, like for example, project 1, right? And then it will calculate the gun, by some sort of the, of the JavaScript, So this one I can also provide to you, this whole thing, and then it will update it back, into this sheets and create a new sheets here by creating a new Gantt chart. I hope that it works. I have tested and it works really. So this is basically the flow. It doesn't have, if you take note, it does not have any AI agent here. It's just a simple workflow. You do not need to add any AI agent, if this flow is simple enough, so it's just a walkthrough so you can write all sorts of your own standard operation. Like for example, I want to update this, or maybe I want to send a message, I want to check a message and then send to someone, or I mean all kind of things that you can think about. All right, so right now let's try out this and see how it actually runs. Originally, I'm actually having these two nodes. These two nodes, basically, if you can see here, this is basically, we call it a start node or a trigger node. There is a clock here, means that it's a scheduler. Like for example, let's say you say I don't want to, I want this AI agent to help me to prepare a reports by what time, by what time. You are able to just schedule using this, and then you say run, is it day, hours, weeks, month, whatever, or run it, and then set it up, right? Then this, when you get the workflow to run by publishing it. So right now my workflow is not published, so it's internal. We are using it for testing purpose only. So you won't be able to call it from outside, but you still be able to see the result because when we are doing our development during the the design of the workflow, we are able to just see the whole thing, we do not need to release it to the public yet. So this one is basically is a scheduler. So it's some sort of scheduler that you set anytime it will run. So this one on form submission. On form submission, you see that the design is that, oh, okay, I will now I will need to have there is a link for me. This link, if let's say I go, that it should be able to, it should be able to trigger a form for us to fill in. Later I'll show you, right? Then you define that, okay, do you need authentication or not? If you not, for me, for our simple one, we just keep it simple. We just directly call the form out. So anybody who know this, will be able to just call. If let's say I publish it, right? If let's say I don't publish it, of course it's secure within my own server lah, my own container. So then you say you enter the form, the form title called enter new project detail, right? Enter some form description. Then I'm asking them, oh, okay, please enter this project ID for me, right? It's a text input, right? So then you assign it to some sort of a column name. This column name is this one because I need to match it, right? So later on. So now, so this is another form of the the trigger. Then I got another one called the chat trigger. Chat trigger basically if is a trigger by, you can see here there is a chat for you. You can say hi. It's like when you send, it's actually, you see, it actually will trigger. Okay? It will trigger and it trigger. But of course, my flow here, this flow have problem. I'm not showing you guys. So I'm just saying that this is actually the the chat trigger. You can actually get this chat, and then you are able to also share it out. If you are able to make a chat publicly available. If let's say I put it and I copy this link, I can actually share with you guys, and you guys will able to talk to my chat. Like for example, we can design our on chat model, right? And if you want to try it out, I don't know. I think it's very simple. You can just put it as an AI agent. So we just get this, and then this one, I will just add an open AI, right? So I add a brand for it, right? I will just put in my, say, okay. So as you can see, I have my open router AI configure. When I drop down the list, there are so many, right? So let me just choose Gemini 2.5 Flash lah. All right, so that's it. Okay, and here it goes. Simple, but if let's say I'm going to just do, let's say, hi, let's see whether it will trigger it back or not. Okay, so um, um, it's not friendly AI system name Johnny. Again. Okay, so it actually run, right? So it actually come back. So hi there, I'm Johnny. You can see here, right? I'm Johnny, and what? Great to meet you. So I changed the name to something else. I changed to Sean. I know that he's actually talking to your agent lady, right? So here I kacau lah. So I said that I thought that you're not. I thought your name is short. Yeah. So now it actually changed to Sean already. So it means that you are able to, let's say you are opening up, to the public, if let's say I just copy this thing to you guys, you will be able to actually chat it with me. I send it there. You can actually have oh no, I don't think you can do it. I'm sorry. The reason is because I never publish it to public. So let's say you are able to just see that now basically this is actually the because I have not published it, so you won't be able to communicate. But that's how easy is it, if let's say you want to create your own chatbot, right? So now let's go back to our main thing. I delete this so okay, now go back to this one form submission. So let us run this. Okay, if I click it here, I have to execute the workflow here. If I click execute the workflow, it will pop up a form for me, right? So that's exactly what I wrote just now. Enter a new project detail, the project description, and the project ID. Now, if I go and look for this project ID, as you can see later on, there will be a tick, 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 and see whether how this project flow will go. So if you go, so I submitted. Now you can see that it's actually go already. So now it actually pass, merge the data, and then go and calling the orchestrator, right? And then running the AI thinking is actually thinking. So once it pass it, it will trying to decide, what it's actually gonna do. So I say, okay, I'm gonna do some sort of pass back down. So we actually think go from here, the project orchestrator will go and check, oh, okay, I'm going to use of course, this task back down, if let's say you say, I think maybe clock is too expensive. I want to use a cheaper model, can or not? Then you connect it with a cheaper model. Let's say open AI, those older model. And also that's how you are able to control the cost. right? At the end of it, we all are very cost conscious. So we are able to use different way. These are some of the tips that you guys can do, right? And now it actually go to the second round already because it come back, it say, okay, I do my task back down. I go back here. It say, oh, okay, so you need to do some more, estimate some effort. So go and then go back, and then estimate the effort, right? Then you go back again. All right, and then the third round that you go back, and then you say, okay, I'm going to look at the different task assignment, and then see whether all the tasks is been assigned, and it will check where there are different status that we have here, like for example the status here, right? And also there will be also different status of the task as well. So now, it come back, it perform all these three tasks, checking the progress is done. So you see that it's number 4, number 5. So you can see that there is a number here. Now, this thing can only works when you can see that it's actually running like this when you are not published, when you are doing development, when you are doing checking, right? But once you publish it, you won't be able to see this anymore. You will only be able to see at the execution log, right here. Later we will go there. I will just let you guys see it. So now you see how many rounds it is. So you have to see check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 round. Then you go and then finally, you have to hit to the output parcel. Basically, output parcel is like a standard lah, like what kind of format. You need to produce this report format for me. Some people will ask a certain format. So this AI also the same. It will output certain format. So let's see how let's see it work first. So it takes a minute. Okay, so it goes back, then go all the way here. So it's already come out already. So actually you see the tick is there. The tick is there. The log is here. So let's check the log. So okay, we have one log here. Then let's check what is the next thing. Because over here I also send it to my Telegram. Telegram, you can set it up with a group, right? This group, like for example, for me, I set it, hi demo, blah, 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 the team, this one is sent by, NNN. So, so how was that set up? It's very simple. You just have to find out, of course, you have to create a Telegram bot. By saying that, okay, let me, you have to, you have to set up your Telegram bot. I mean, maybe some of you may ask, can I use WhatsApp? Yes, you can, right? You can. But I don't use WhatsApp. The reason is because WhatsApp is you need to pay. At the same time, it's very legit, to set up. Can be done. Yes, can be done. So Telegram is like you just take you for another maybe 15 minutes or less. You're able to set up a bot, and it's as powerful as WhatsApp. And it's simple for internal use. It's pretty simple to set up. And then you set it up, send a message, set up like, oh, I want to send a message. Then look for your group, your group ID. This is a group ID that you have to find it out. Then do a template. Whatever you want to find. So this is a template that I use, to set up. So you can see that the complete workflow. There are many more things that are for this workflow to do. So I will share with you guys, for maybe, not this one, but actually a much more simple models. This one I'll share with you guys later once I fix it. This is basically an inquiry agent where it will go into your this project management tracking system, right? And ask for the detail, ask for whether late or not, ask for whether who does what, right? Like for example, Lim, right? TM001, what he's doing, what is he working on project 001 that is currently delayed, right? The kind of message you send it. Now I want to do, but then not enough time, so I will finish it up, and I will send it to you guys, but make sure that you keep in touch with GenBrain. Okay, so this one is the whole flow for the whole project orchestration. Now, just I mentioned that we will need to test one more flow, which is to create for the project 001 to create a Gantt chart, right? A Gantt chart in our Google spreadsheets. Okay, so I go into right now the flows. Now, this one. Okay, so this is actually to create the to create the to project Gantt, right? So I will just start it. I'll just execute and start it. Okay, the reason it doesn't go is because this is actually blank, right? This is actually blank. Let me just copy it. Because it's supposed to pass it from a chart or some sort of a form, but never mind. Let me just show you how can actually we correct it. I put in my project ID, and then I put in my Google Sheets ID. This is the one, Google Sheets ID. I copied it. Just saved it. And I have to pin the data. No, sorry. Sorry, the pin. Okay, so it's already pinned. So there is a data there. Here you can see a blue dot here, means that it doesn't take any more input, right? So it's a pin. So all these are very important important knowledge that you guys can actually capture it, and then when you are doing design, it will cut short a lot of your time. This one take a lot. I mean, sometimes when you do not know, these are some of the very, very important small little hints that that actually help you to design the flow. Okay, so now you have that, right? Then I keep running it, right? Then I run the next one. So this one it will take project 001. How many items? 7 items. Is it 7 items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. So we all got it already. 7 items. So I calculate again the Gantt layout. I send it, to an API call. I build the Gantt batch updates, right? Then I will create the Gantt chart, right? Then by then, I will be able to have the sheets is already there. So it's already created. So these are all the so imagine that, if you need to have a reports, you do not need to just go and click here, click there. You just have to just update this, and then later on ask AI to produce this, set it to and then somehow it actually can produce, and then let you see, well, even all this is all calculated for you. Right, so yeah, I think that's the the flow, the complete flow. So go back to our slide here. So we have run through this, right? This, and so now we build a plan, but of course at the end of it, whether is it, whether is it safe or not, whether is it enough, is it enough or not? I want to just share with you guys that is actually just the beginning. There are many more, there are many more things inside, like for example, you said that how about control budget? How about monitoring the risk? How about, let's say someone take leave, then the assignment, how about, client email a scope change, how are we going to reflect all these things? All these things are all are not covered, as well as just when I mentioned, there are many different things are not covered, right? So, there are too many things to learn. So at the end, the full version, the full vision is this, we are building this, but we still have to have some sort of a smart monitoring tools. We still have to have an AI risk radar, have to detect, right? The AI have to detect whether a problem or not. Then we also have automated reporting status, all those things. Supposedly the automated status is the one that I supposed to do that part for you guys, but then I'm thinking that I'm just sharing you guys with this Google spreadsheets template with the overall the flow, right? Then the simple flow. Okay. Then you will so there are many different things that actually will be covered in our syllabus, our full day syllabus. So now what you live with, you will know that it's actually we can use at an end, with our AI, to do a lot more things. In fact, you can run your own at an end, connect it with your chat GPT, then you can have your own custom GPT, right? Then you can start communicating your data and let your end running locally in your PC, asking question and securely contained by your own PC, and that's possible. So then plus all those things, then so at the end, I think that actually come to the end of my my presentation. So I wish that that this sharing is beneficial to all you guys. And stop copy and pasting. Start really think about as someone who is actually you have your own experience. You are doing something. Your time is basically very valuable. There are so many things that is distracting us right now. Okay, we need to have a way to manage our time, and to allow the AI to do the job for us. Or we don't, right now, it's the direct one, we say, oh, we use AI, but AI brainstorm for me. So who is doing the work? Still you yourself. Don't. We get the AI to be the executor. You get that fellow to do for you. So we have to start architecting, architect and so yeah, so I think at the end of it, I hope that you guys can go away, that don't still trapped in your admin trap anymore, and start doing the AI agent thing, and start using that workflow, and I hope that that is actually helpful for you guys. I think that's all. Thank you. Yep.